My neighbor's dog bit my dog so many times that it finally broke my finger. She denied everything, screamed at us, and threatened my family. So I did something dark. I exposed her to everyone in the building. What happened next? She lost everything. Stay with me. If you love stories where justice wins, hit subscribe and like now. Comment below if you've ever felt powerless. This one is for you. They say dogs are man's best friend. In my building, dogs were supposed to be part of daily life, the soft sounds of paws, quiet walks, small greetings in the hall. But for 2 years, one dog broke that calm. One dog chased, lunged, and bit. And its owner? A woman who lived across the hall and acted like nothing was wrong. The first time it happened, I thought it was an accident. A quick growl, a bite, my dog shaking. I took him to the vet. The vet bandaged him, gave him medicine. The owner said she was sorry. I let it go. I wanted peace. Then it kept happening. Imagine the nausea when you see those front claws and teeth sinking into your friend, your dog, again. My chest would tighten. My hands would shake. I would hear the sharp snap of teeth and my body would move before my mind did. The sound of my dog's whine is a noise I still hear when I close my eyes. In the second year, the bites got worse. Once, the dog bit my dog so hard my finger was broken when I tried to pull them apart. I still remember the cold sting, the bright white pain, the way my world narrowed to one burning point. I called the police. I left a report. The cops came, asked questions, and then left. Nothing changed. That owner, let's call her Madame Bernese, never changed. She walked her big Bernese mountain dog without a leash, right in our building corridors, in the park, on the street. Her dog lunged at other dogs. People told me she had fights with other neighbors too. But she refused to face it. When anyone tried to complain, she screamed. She shouted. She made the whole situation about how she was the victim. She threatened my cousin when he kicked her dog away to stop it biting our dog's neck. She threatened my mother. She threatened me and my brother. I felt small. I felt powerless. The police did nothing. No animal control came. The building management shrugged. It was like the whole world had a blind spot for her. I kept replaying the moments in my head. At night I lay awake and counted the beats of my heart. I saw her face in my dreams, that cold eyes, that strange smile when she blamed everyone else. I tried to stay calm. I bought pepper spray, just in case. I learned to pick up my 25 kilograms dog to keep him safe. I practiced holding him while my blood roared in my ears. But the real damage was not physical alone. It was the slow erosion of safety. I stopped smiling in the corridor. I watched every time she walked out. Every time the dog ran free, my body tightened like a trapped animal. So I decided I would not stay small. I decided I would not wait for someone else to fix this. I wanted justice. I wanted the truth to be seen. I wanted the building to finally understand what we lived with. That is where the plan began. I wrote everything down. Times, dates, faces. The day my finger broke. The day my cousin kicked her dog away. The time she screamed at my mother. I made a file on my phone that was more than anger, it was evidence. I asked neighbors, quietly, have you seen this dog off-leash? Has it chased your dog? A few people shook their heads. Others whispered yes, but feared her. Fear was her power. So I started to take the one thing she could not take back, proof. I filmed. Not in rush, not in anger, but carefully. I used my phone and recorded video whenever her dog was off-leash, whenever it lunged. I recorded her shouting at people and threatening them. I kept the file names neat. I kept copies. I backed them up to the cloud. I labeled each file with time and date. I took clear shots of the dog sink his teeth into my dog's fur. I recorded my bandaged finger and the doctor's note. Each clip made me feel colder and lighter at once, like a weight lifting. I would watch the footage late at night and feel my pulse race, but also a new kind of certainty. I could prove it. She could not deny it in front of everyone if the proof was clear. But I knew something else: people take action when many people feel the same. One video was easy to ignore. A file sitting on my phone was invisible. So I needed an audience. I made a plan that was careful and public. Not cruel. Not violent. Just undeniable truth revealed in the rawest way the modern world had: video and witness, in front of the whole building, in front of management, and then on social media if needed. First, I called a meeting with building management. I made a paper file with printed stills from the video, the vet bills, and the police report. I asked the manager for a safety meeting for all residents. He, like many, did not like conflict, but when I showed him one picture of the dog attacking my dog, his face changed. He agreed to let me talk at the meeting. Next, I quietly encouraged other neighbors to come. I showed them short clips on my phone, but I did not push. A few were angry, some were nervous, some had their own stories. One neighbor, an older woman, said, "I saw him charge my little dog." A father nodded and said, "My kid got frightened last week." On the day of the meeting, the room felt heavy. People sat close, the hum of the air conditioner loud. My palms were damp. My heart was a hard drumbeat. But the videos were ready. The evidence was clear, enough to remove doubt. When it was my turn, I felt the room shrink around me. I put my phone on the table and hit play. The first clip showed the dog running free, teeth bared, then my own dog yelping and me pulling him away. The silence in the room was immediate. People leaned forward. Faces turned pale. The manager whispered, "We can't allow this." I described my broken finger. I showed the X-ray photo. I read the messages where the owner threatened my cousin and family. I spoke in short sentences. I let the images do the heavy work. Then another neighbor stood up with their own clip. Another stood. The room's mood changed. The air was no longer soft with fear, it was sharp with anger and shame. The neighbor who had been silent weeks before spoke and said, "This is not just about dogs. This is about our safety." Management had to act. They could not ignore a room full of people with video proof. They asked for a written complaint and promised to call animal control and seek legal advice. They asked Madame Bernice to stop walking her dog in the building until the matter was resolved. Her reaction was immediate and loud. She stormed in 5 minutes later, red-faced, shouting that we were liars. She tried to smear my name. She tried to make herself the martyr. But we showed the clips again, in front of her. Her voice collapsed. The manager told her she must keep the dog on a leash and that other residents would be watching. He warned of fines and eviction if she did not comply. That was not the end. When a person shows you that she is willing to threaten and lie, you must make sure the world remembers it. So I shared the meeting recording, edited short, calm, and clear, with a private building group chat, with a few friends, and with a local neighborhood page. I did not shout. I did not add insults. I let the video speak. People commented. A few residents asked how they had been safe for so long. The manager sent a notice to all tenants, describing complaints and the new leash policy. Local animal control called to ask questions. The next week, the owner received a formal warning and a fine. Public humiliation came slowly, then fast. She was the woman who yelled in the hallway. Now she was the woman who refused to leash her dog and who had been recorded attacking others. People started to avoid walking with her. Parents crossed the street if they saw her coming. She lost the safe space she used to hide behind anger. The neighbors who once feared her walked past her with a look we all felt. We had seen the evidence. She was alone. When she tried to threaten my cousin again in the corridor, 3 neighbors stepped between them and filmed her. Her words had no power. Her threats were no longer sharp. They were background noise in a building that had already made its choice. I felt a strange mix of things in the end. I felt relief. The tightness in my chest loosened. I slept without staring at the hallway. I still had scars, my finger healed, but the memory did not vanish. I did not feel joyous or triumphant like a cartoon villain. I felt quiet and steady. Justice, when it comes, is often quiet. It is the slow clearing of space where fear once lived. There is a lesson that sits heavy and sharp. Power lives in proof. Fear grows where truth is hidden. When you gather truth and show it calmly, the bully loses their stage. If you ever feel small because no one hears you, remember, document. Back up your story with facts. Find allies. Speak in public, not with fury, but with calm evidence. The world will listen if you show it the truth that people can see with their own eyes. And as for Madame Bernice? She still lives in the building. She walks her dog on a leash now. I still watch sometimes, the way people look at her. She keeps to herself. She is smaller in the hall. That is the part that felt like a kind of justice, not violent, but complete. She wanted to yell, but no one gave her the platform anymore. The community had chosen safety over her lies. So if you ask me if revenge felt good, yes, but not in the way I thought it would. It felt like fixing a place that was broken by inaction. It felt like telling someone, you cannot make others small and expect them to stay small forever. And that feeling is worth the late nights, the careful videos, and the courage to speak loud enough for everyone to hear. Minnie Cliff, a woman who thought she could hide behind threats, now walks the hallway smaller than before. When the building stopped protecting her, the mask came off. People saw the truth. Her threats lost power. The manager fined her. Animal control put a note in her file. The parents in the building felt safer. My dog could walk without fear. I felt peace, not happiness at someone's fall, but calm that justice had a place here. Justice does not need to be violent. Sometimes it needs proof, courage, and a community willing to listen. If you are in a fight that feels impossible, collect facts, build support, and speak calmly. Truth has its own power. If this story gave you a chill, hit like and subscribe. Share your story below. What would you do if your neighbor put you in danger? Comment now, and let's talk. Thanks for listening.